All right, Mel, what do you got for us?
So Halloween is coming past, but I
It
did
lives on
find
in
a
our
little.
hearts.
The 21
I hear
gun
it'll come
salute.
back around.
What? No, it's a one in a lifetime thing, Mao. It's never gonna
It's
get
like
back into
Haley's
fashion
comment.
again.
It only happens once.
Only once. But I did find a little gem, a diamond in the rough, if you will. I found a movie called The Babysitter, which did come out, as you said, Mao, on the 13th. It's really good.
Which would have been a Friday the 13th.
It's the sequel to Clueless, right?
That is exactly what it is, Hobbs. You got it, buddy.
20 years later.
It's a comedy horror, and I'm gonna place comedy really in front of it, because that's really what it is. Everything has a comedic twist in some shape or form. The pacing is really well done. The story for itself is really well done. It's actually really short. It's only an hour and 30 minutes. I was surprised by that. That's pretty short nowadays. But it does everything it needs to do to build up the characters really quickly, get you introduced to them. Every single character is enjoyable, and the premise of the story is essentially there's this young kid. He gets bullied a lot, as is these kind of movies are to be. But there's this babysitter that he has, who's really smoking hot kind of thing, really into all the stuff. She's nerdy. She gets him. He just enjoys every moment he can spend with her because she just doesn't see him as that outcast, and can even work with him on a level of his interests. So it's a really good relationship that you have. And then obviously it is a horror movie, so you can guess that there's something that's going to go wrong with it. And I don't really want to spoil the story, obviously, but obviously there's stuff that changes and goes on. It's really well done. You can kind of guess from just the preview itself that she might not be a good guy. But the whole movie is so well paced. Every time there's anything that could be scary going on, it's often interrupted by something comedic in nature for whatever reason. I wish I could talk about them because it would make it way better, but I just like it's everything you would see. Like there's parts like a character might do something that's like obviously clears to show they're a bad guy, but then something will change and they'll all of a sudden become human in some shape or form. And instead of being like that kind of villainous character that's kind of supposed to be almost monsterized to make it less empathetic towards them, they'll do something that's just really out of place for anybody in the middle of this situation to stop and do. And it's just wonderfully well done in that regard. Plus, it's a funny movie, so it's a great laugh.
I think movies are honestly afraid to be really fast and quick paced in some aspects, because you'll just see stuff drag on and drag on and drag on. But I think especially a horror movie really needs like a quick time run, at least in my opinion.
I kind of agree with you in a sense. I feel like that, and I thought much just because of like what we've done with movies nowadays. I say like what we've done, like we've done anything with them.
We're making movies meta.
We're making movies. We like a lot of things you see like in movies nowadays. There's oftentimes a lot of fast-paced action. There's not, I don't know, like just the difference is that like when you have the older movies, when you really look back at the older movies, there's a famous movie. I can't remember what the full name of it, but I think it's called My Dinner with Mr.
Rogers.
Not Mr. Rogers, no. But the whole movie is quite literally two characters sitting down at a diner.
My Dinner with Andre.
Thank you. That is what it is. My Dinner with Andre is literally a movie about two characters sitting down and having dinner and just talking.
Yeah,
about
well, it's a very
lives.
meta movie.
It is. It is.
Because it's about it's someone making a movie about and they're talking about doing a movie or something. I can't remember, or the character.
Yeah. But I mean, like those kind of movies, and if you go really far back to like a lot of the old black and white movies and whatnot, I don't know. Like, I think just the way the pacing is done in those, the focus on them. I mean, there's a lot of shitty ones out there. You can just, Mystery Science Theater 3000 has proven that. But I think there's just definitely a change of where the focus sometimes is placed and how it's done. Plus, as time just goes on with anything, you can see. I mean, the easiest ones to see are like when you watch streamers or whatever. It's really easy to see when the streamer starts out. Episodes are generally very short. They can go up to 10 minutes. They might be something around that area, whatever. But as time goes on, their episodes just get longer. And I think that kind of same impact has happened to movies, is that movies start out generally, I would say, at a shorter time frame and have just continued to get longer because that's just part of the nature of it all.
Like, what's like kind of like the main premise of it exactly? Like what's like the setup to, like, what makes it like comedic but what's also makes it horror at the same time? Like, what's kind of like the situation?
Well, I mean, it's not like it's really a big surprise. The major situation is essentially that the babysitter is a part of a cult, and what her part in it is, I want to give away because it actually does delve into the story.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's a part of a cult, and you've kind of got your stereotypical characters. You've got the token jock, you've got the token black guy, you've got the token Asian chick, you have the token cheerleader, and then you have the babysitter, who I guess plays an actual. She's more expanded on than any one of them, so she doesn't really fall into the token style character. But each of the characters themselves, because they follow into those things, have their own reasons for being there and being a part of the cult.
Would you liken this to Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah,
Like,
it
sort of
sounds
satire?
Yes,
satire.
I would very much liken it to the Cabin in the Woods, except it kind of through the whole movie it's immediately starts the comedy instead of Cabin in the Woods being like split off.
Yeah.
But essentially each of the characters, like, they come off as that stereotype at the beginning. Like, that is just what they are. But as you progress with the characters, you learn that they're all kind of, not only are they all there for the different reasons, but their focuses are sometimes either really silly, often very shallow for what they want to do or why they're there, or that, like, in the situation of what is happening, as jarring as it should be for an individual, like, their own problems are very small. Just to give an example, one of the scenes, you've got the characters, they did kill somebody else, and they're supposed to collect the blood of this person. And while one of them is getting the blood, it's coming out of the wound that they created. The other one, the other guy, he's like, he can't figure out why he's not getting anybody, and he kind of taps it, and suddenly he just gets sprayed with gore. And he's freaking out because now his clothes are ruined, and and he starts like quoting statistics of like how many people have HIV or AIDS, and like what is the statistical possibility that he might get it. He's just really upset that he got sprayed with blood after murdering somebody, and it's just that kind of silliness of each situation. And when you pair it to the big picture of what they've just done, that makes it so entertaining.
So that seems like a scene almost out of like one of the Simon Pegg movies or something like that.
It's just, like I said, it's really well done, and I would highly recommend just seeing it, if nothing more for just the laughs it gives you.
And it's on Netflix, right?
Yes, it's on Netflix. I think it's actually a Netflix exclusive. I think that was done specifically for Netflix.
It's got a 71 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not a bad score.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's well done. It's very well done.
I like the poster a lot. The poster is very 80s.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
It's the preview, I mean, delves essentially like everything I've talked about. So I mean, you're gonna see it all over the place. I mean, one of my favorite lines, I think, is in one of the previews. So
I'm seeing a lot of people say it's like gory.
It is like, it's kind of hard to say. Like, it is gory, but the only really gory scenes are like I want to say there's about truly maybe 4 gory scenes altogether, like truly gory scenes. I think maybe one of them, I wouldn't say one of them is so much gory, but I don't want to define, I'm not sure like what they would define as gory, but one of them is definitely a bit brutal.
Yeah,
there's definitely that.
Like, it's no Saw, obviously.
That's not Saw. No, God, no.
Yeah.
But it definitely uses a lot of over the top. Like, there's way more blood than there should possibly be in that situation.
Sure.
There's obviously like the way something falls or plays all together is just like kind of really hard to buy into, but that's kind of the fun of it all.
Yeah, it sounds like it's done for laughs kind of thing.
It really is. I mean, it's definitely good though. And when the tension is made, there is good tension. You do feel like, oh shit, I am kind of worrying about this character. Are they going to make it? But Most part, you're just gonna be laughing.
Yeah. It sounds right up my alley. I'll probably end up watching eventually.
I would recommend you do.
Let me
Man.
put this on my phone in my backlog of movies I'm going to watch. Oh my gosh.
It's definitely worth it.
Yep, and Lily said you guys have been watching Stranger Things.
Yeah,
So
which is really why I want to see Thor, then go see it.
And then just go, yeah, we just really want to see Stranger Things. We'll come back and watch Stranger Things.
I love Stranger Things so much.
It's really good. I'm glad you and Tets have started it, and you need to finish it so we can talk about it next week.
Yeah, we definitely
I've never seen it.
You love 80s nostalgia. You have to watch Stranger Things.
I've been putting it off because I've heard it's so much 80s nostalgia, but I'm happily finding it's not too much.
It's not that bad. It has.
It's not like crazy 80s nostalgia, but it definitely hits areas it hits the right areas of the 80s that actually were good and for nostalgia, while throwing away the parts that probably weren't.
I was really worried it was going to be much more 80s cinematography than 80s, because I don't like 80s cinematography.
No, it's modern cinematography, but it's definitely got, like I said, it takes everything that was good from the 80s, keeps that part, and then tosses away everything else that really wasn't all that great.
Yep. It's
Like
just.
it goes.
Yeah, and when you see it, you'll get some Stranger Things vibes. It obviously has one of the characters from.
Well, it's Stranger Things. They all kind of have a Lovecraftian vibe to them at the end of the day.
Yep.
So I mean, they definitely
Children discovering Lovecraftian things.
Anything that's Lovecraftian, I generally have a fondness for because I love Lovecraftian. So.
Yep. So let's end this so you can go watch more Stranger Things.
Please.
And we can talk about Stranger Things.
Yes.
You've got like 10 episodes to watch. Well, more than
I
that.
do. Well, we're on episode 7 now of the first
so like
season.
10 episodes.
Oh yeah,
That's
we'll
good.
be.
10
I'm
or
telling you
11.
right now, we'll
So
be
I have
done with
16
season
more
2.
episodes.
We'll be done. I literally come home and Lily gets on. We just sit down on the couch and turn right on to Stranger Things. That's literally how our week's been going.
You and like everyone else in America, except for Mal and Tets, until now.
But I'm always behind on things, so I don't really count.
It's the crab, not of culture, or of
Crab,
the pop
no
variety
culture.
or otherwise.
I'm too busy.
I know.
I'm gonna have
being
a
busy sucks.
giant mug and every time I drink from it, on the bottom of it's gonna say "Crab can't read cursive," written in cursive on the bottom of it.
if we had like an actual, we were all around each other, did like a table round discussion thing, that would have to happen.
I stole that one
Oh my God.
from Critical Role, but by God, I would do it.
It still works.
It's not fully over. They're doing one shots now. They actually got a
the
one
main
shot.
story is.
Oh yeah, the main story is.
I mean, they're coming back. Like the next campaign starts at the end of the year, or on the new year, or
Yep.
after the new year, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
When Xanathar comes out, which I might talk about next week, because I'm picking up my copy tomorrow. Hopefully they'll play some of the new subclasses. I'd like to see so many character options, Mal. So many.
Yeah.
Xanathar. I don't know what that is. What is that?
He's the
The first
beholder.
real splat book, basically.
Yeah.
Or what? Xanathar himself, or the book?
I don't know what it is.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything is the next D&D splat book. It has 25 new characters. It has 20.
Beholder.
He's the
we talked about
beholder
this
in
before. I was really confused.
yeah, he's the beholder in Waterdeep, basically, but who like kind of runs the city. But anyways, we're gonna end up doing a special 5th topic if we keep going.
Right.
Stranger Things / D&D, and they actually go hand in hand. So whatever. But anyways, this has been episode 32, Podcast 5 Rings, your source in live in the realm of video games, tabletop, anime, film, and tech. Each episode, Podcast 5 Rings, releases Monday mornings on iTunes and SoundCloud. Talking about topics day by day on YouTube with the full video releasing on Friday. Follow us on social media, twitter.com/P5R or Podcast5R, Facebook, P5R Podcast, Meta them streaming. They're still playing Divinity. I saw a tweet about that last night.
Yep, we were playing Divinity last night, but this Saturday we're gonna be going back to Fire Emblem Warriors. So
Fire Emblem Warriors. So
Fire Emblem Warriors.
check them out on doing that. Twitch.tv/PSO Flow. Maybe they'll play L5R again soon. After Meta gets his cards in from Amazon.
We definitely want to play more L5R. I think just the problem was that right now Lily's got frustration with the Phoenix feeling so out of place.
we'll just convert her to Glorious Lion Clan, obviously.
One day the fox and maybe Mantis will come back with their Pokemon sets, and then she'll play that again.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Pokemon.
Man, the deck was fun. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, that's pretty much
a fun
what it was.
little deck. But
That was a great deck.
that was the good thing about the AG. They had lots of fun little decks that weren't like necessarily like obviously like super competitive, but it was just fun. And they sometimes had like fun little win conditions and stuff, like the Seven Thunders deck and stuff.
Shit.
But anyways, before we keep rambling, we're gonna get out of here, and Meta's gonna go watch Stranger Things and see more glorious Steve Harrington, the best character on the show.
Oh yes.
So we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.